Not today, Satan. Okay, so I have tried to record. I've refixed my hair in, in different ways. I mean, come on, guys. I'm just not feeling it today. Not feeling my own face. I don't know what's going on. So we're just gonna get to the point. I have a good Jesus portion ready for y'all today, and I finally remembered that testimony that I told y'all I forgot the other day. So here it is. This one is about when God asks you to do something, never think that the task is too big for you. So I'm in South Louisiana, and we get these hurricanes down here, and a couple years ago, you may have heard about Hurricane Laura that struck south. I'm trying to think of a map in my head. Texas is to my west. Southwest Louisiana? Yeah, Southwest Louisiana. And it was devastating. It was just as bad as when we had that Hurricane Ida last year, if you heard about that one. But it was a category, I think it was almost a category 5 when it hit landfall. And it just, it put electricity out. There was trees everywhere, broken houses. It was a mess, and people were out for months. Some people, it's been 2 years, and some people are still trying to recover from this storm. So, my eyebrow. I'm sorry. Okay, not focusing on herself. No, Satan. All right. So, these people needed help, and I was starting to feel this pull to help these people. And I'm like, what can I do? They're 3 hours away from my home, and 2, I'm not rich. I don't have a lot of finances. I mean, I don't even know if I'm middle class. I'm probably on the lower end of the spectrum. So God, put this idea in my mind and in my heart to help these people. And I had this picture in my head of exactly what he wanted me to do. I pictured this convoy of like U-Haul trucks going down there and just bringing supplies and helping these people out. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this. I really felt really led to do it. I had no idea how. I didn't have a clue, but I put my faith in God and I jumped to the task. So I made some posts on Facebook about what I was going to do and how I was going to be collecting donations, and I started getting phone calls and messages through Facebook Messenger about people that had plenty of donations. So I started, collecting these donations and recording my progress as I went and posting on social media to keep everybody updated. And my little stockpile grew and grew and grew. And it got so large it took over my entire kitchen. Their kitchen was out of commission. And there was just so many lovely people that were donating their food and their clothes and body washes and soaps and laundry detergents and cleaning supplies, because people had mold in their homes because roofs were ripped open and walls were ripped off, and just all the things that people would need, tarps. It was so much. And then I started this the fundraisers on Facebook, and we raised a little over $500. And then another church reached out to me, and they wanted to match the supplies and stuff, and they wanted to help out. And one of the members of the church got her boss, who owns a large company, to donate some fuel and some food and some different items. And we had one guy offer to cook, so we made plate lunches, and we had jambalaya, and we were able to feed these people. And y'all, let me tell you, when we got together and brought all of our supplies together and headed out in that convoy that God laid on my heart, it was just, what's the word I'm looking for? Eye-opening, epiphany. I don't know. I'm trying to use fancy words. I don't know. It was just like breathtaking. Like, look, God, you asked me to do this little old Polo me, and look at what happened. There was trucks and trailers, and we had one trailer loaded down with just gas tanks full of gas for these people for their generators, and we had all kinds of stuff. A whole nother trailer with just supplies, and people were able to come and get. We made breakfast for them that morning, coffee, which if you don't have electricity for a month, you want coffee. They were so happy about that coffee. We cooked up that jambalaya. Cody got up before the sun came up that morning and made jambalaya. These people were so grateful to have a hot meal to eat. You know, they've been sitting with no electricity, maybe eating chips or sandwiches or maybe grilling, probably tired of barbecue. I know I was when the last hurricane come through. I don't think I ate barbecue all year this year because I was so tired of it. Other than this barbecue pulled pork today, I'm eating grilling food. Anyways, the point of my story is God provided all of that. All of that. He asked me to do something, and within, I want to say a week, I think I started it and it lasted about a week, maybe 2 tops, but no longer than that. Within that short period of time, God sent me all the supplies I needed to give these people, food to feed them, the convoy that he put in my mind of people going down there, muscle. The men volunteered. My husband was fixing holes in floors and walls and roofs and cutting with chainsaws, cutting the trees that were down. We went down there with so much manpower. We got there in the middle of the night, slept in our cars, and volunteered and helped these people and worked all day and came home late the next night. Look, y'all, we did so much, and we fed a whole neighborhood. And the food that we had left, which wasn't many plate lunches, we drove around and went and passed that out. You know, I couldn't have did any of that without God. I couldn't have done any of that on my own. I couldn't have raised up that much supplies and that much food and fuel and all that stuff if I would have had 5 months. You know, I couldn't have done that. And it just amazed me at how quickly and how smoothly it just fell into place. He sent everything I needed to do what he asked me to do. He just needed one person to get it started. I don't know why he chose me. I guess looking back, you know, I know all those people, and I guess I had some connections, and they're good people and they love helping. And I really, maybe it was to tell this testimony today. Who knows, you know? The leftover stuff that we had after people had came that day, we dropped off at another church, and they use that church that we went to, they use all that stuff to help the homeless. They feed the homeless, they clothe them, help them get jobs and things like that. So we blessed so many people. And you know, I didn't know how I was going to make a way to do this, but when there seems to be no way, God will make a way. And if you just put your faith in him and trust in him, when he asks you to do something, please just do it. There's been so many times in my life where I have felt that calling and felt the need to do something and just turned around because I didn't feel qualified. This, for instance, I definitely do not feel qualified to be on here teaching in a sorts. And I've kind of backed out of, you know, quoting the Bible at everybody, and I started going with a different method here. I'm going off of my own life lessons. I'm just telling my stories. But what makes me qualified for this is I've lived. I have faith in God. And God uses all that. I'm rambling now. I don't know. But never think you're not qualified. Yeah. That's what I got tonight. So yeah, God asks you to do something, just do it. Alright, y'all. I love you in the Lord, and good night.